What's up, YouTube? Wonderful World of Odd here, and we're going to take a deeper look into the opioid addiction in this country and where it all stems from. Just a little reminder to some people, and maybe it's new to some other people. I picked this particular, well, I actually just clicked on the picture, and this particular ad come up. Has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, this ad here, or this article here. But if you don't know that Bush had something to do with the JFK, this might be something that you want to look into. The reason I picked this one, because it's Poppy Bush. I find that strange. That's a weird thing, that it's Poppy Bush. So I'll show you something else that just happens to be a coincidence right here. They happen to have Hitler right here, and we all know that old granddaddy Bush is the one that was funding the Nazis. That's how they got their wealth here in America. And then we had Operation Paperclip and all that. But let's get to our video here. So here we got Poppy Bush, who eventually became president after Ronald Reagan. But he was at one time the leader of the CIA, whatever the hell it's called. Anyway, I'm just going to look at a couple of different things here. Let me look at this first. So how many of you people know that we are still at war in Afghanistan? Who knew that we are still at war in Afghanistan? So this was on August 11th, 2018. At least 20 Taliban militants were killed, and 4 huge insurgents' weapons and ammunition depots were destroyed after U.S.-led Kandahar province overnight, an official said on Saturday. This wasn't that long ago. The whole reason we went into Afghanistan was 9/11, right? Or so they tell us, whatever. So this war on terror has been going on 19 years. Well, it'll be going on 18 years. What's your, I kind of stole this saying from Quantum of Conscience, but what's your threshold? Like 50 years from now, are we still going to be fighting the war on terror, or we'll be fighting the war on horror by then? I hope we're fighting the war on horror. You know, we're chasing after Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees, Chucky. This whole war on terror thing is just ridiculous. This is all contrived. Anyway, let's get to my point. So I want to look at this. I just want to look at some of these things. So since 2001, this national overdose deaths by prescription opioid pain relievers. So since 2001, and this is 2014, it's up over 10,000 for males alone. It's ridiculous that it's even close to that. And this is the total right here. It's almost 20,000 in 2014. Females looks to be around, you know, about 7,000 in 2014. That is insanity. That is insanity. Well, you know all the poppy fields are in Afghanistan, right? And just follow the chart, follow the money, like they say. So I'm going to look at a couple of more. Well, here's I just blew the graph up. I forgot. Should have looked at this one. So here's just another good look at it. And this is the National Center of Health Statistics, the CDC whatever that is, National Institute of Drug Abuse. So this is just insane. And this is just opioids. I like this one right here. This is how many people die from falling each year, from gun deaths, traffic accidents, drug overdoses. And this right here is opioid alone. And I think, yeah, this is 2011, because opioids has overtaken, and heroin has overtaken gun deaths in this country. And we're all, you know, everybody's arguing over gun control and the migrant crisis and all this stuff. This thing is killing our brothers and sisters. And I want to say this: if you say, well, it's their choice, they took it, you know, they chose to do it. Well, if your brother or your sister was drowning, would you let them drown because they decided to swim? Would you just let them drown? And I'll say another thing. A lot of these people were with these opioids. It was designed by the system to be this way. They didn't ask to become drug addicts. They went into the hospital to the doctor because they had legitimate pain, and then they get hooked on these opioids, and the next thing you know, they're out. They get cut off and they're out chasing heroin, or they die from the opioids themselves. And finally, I've suffered from drug addiction myself. I was a meth addict for many years. Made my arm look like a pincushion. But you know what? Through the power of Jesus Christ, I was able to overcome. And that's a lot of reason I'm making this video. If you are someone that is suffering from drug addiction, seek help. Go out and find help. There's no shame in it. And the matter of fact is, these people want you to be drug addicts. You know, so part of fighting the system is getting out from under whatever they got you addicted to. So I just pray for every one of my brothers out there, every one of my addicts, every one of my sisters. I pray for y'all. We're going to look at one more. Same one. This is just, that's insane. It's just insane to me. So just to knock home the point, the war in Afghanistan, codenamed Operation Enduring Freedom, went from 2001 to 2014. Oh, it's over, the war in Afghanistan? Oh, but Operation Freedom Sentinel started 2015 to present. So we're still there. We ain't going anywhere. You know, we're still killing. We're still. We're still. What the hell is this? Oh, I don't want to look at that one yet. So we're still killing the Taliban. We're like this. Oh, stop now, Taliban! You stay away from our poppy bushes. We need our cheap prescription drugs here in America. If you don't like it, you can get out. And here's the sad part of it all. Here's the saddest part of it all. Is right here what I was just showing. Our soldiers are still dying too. Our soldiers are dying. So the Bush, you know, crime family, the Bush crime family, one of the largest drug dealers probably in the world. Our soldiers are dying so they can push their drugs on us. This little article here is from the New York Times, and this was right about the same time as that last article, October 22nd, 2018. So all this is still going on. It's just amazing to me that we're so blind to what the world is and what's going on around us. You know, even like in our churches, they're like, oh, let's don't look at all the negative things out there, and let's just, what are you struggling with, and what can we pray, you know, for you for? Yeah, we do have personal struggles, and we got to pray to God about everything. But I'll tell you what, turning your face, putting your head in the sand, denying that a problem exists is the first, you know, being in denial is coming out of denial is the first step to overcoming any problem. It's the first step to overcoming addiction, I can tell you that. And if you're in denial about what all's going on in the world and you choose to ignore it, you choose to turn a blind eye to it, well, you know what? You're just as much as part of the problem. I love you guys. God bless you all. I'm out of here. Peace.